Hello everyone, welcome to the Cyber Weekly. Cyber Weekly is a podcast which talks about cybersecurity with me, Deogratius, Okello, your host, and Josephine, Olok, my co-host. We do also have book reviews occasionally, but yeah, Josephine, this is now the 16th episode. How does it feel like we've pushed it?
Yeah, good morning, dear. Yes, I think we're not done badly at all. I do think we are getting better. And I'm also getting a little bit more comfortable with it, you know. But yeah, thank you. But thank you. At least I know you're the man behind it. So thank you for keeping us going. I appreciate it.
But if you aren't there on the podcast, I don't think I would push it for long. But yeah, you're also part of the motivating factors.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's
Yeah,
good to hear.
because it's
Yeah.
not easy to do something alone. So
Yeah. And I think the good thing is we're like accountability partners. So you
exactly,
keep
that's
me
what
accountable, I keep you accountable,
I
but
was
also
talking about
motivating.
the church thing, accountability partner.
Yes, yes. That's good. Yeah.
So today you shall be looking at several items, but today seems you're going to be doing the talking of asking of the questions and outlining things. So I'll leave it.
Yes. I'm very happy to hear about that because I normally do all the talking. A lot of the talking, but apart from when we have guests. But yes, so thank you, Dale, and thank you for picking the subjects. I think today we're going to be looking at banking and how banking got a new attack form. We're also going to be looking at a new form of attacking people's homes, and we'll delve a little bit into the famous DuckDuckGo, that application, the browser. So we start with the banking then. So tell us there about the Trojan. What is it all about?
Our best buy is based in China. It's called Gold Factory. The, the with these companies, they call them companies, but these threat actors,
Yes.
we come up with names for them. So it's called Gold Factory. So now this Gold Factory came up with a gold pickaxe. I don't know why they're coming up with gold. I don't know why they came up with these things. So, so what happened is they basically send you uh, an email,
Mhm.
phishing email, or they send you uh, smishing and phishing. Smishing is sending you an SMS. Phishing is sending you an email. So they
Mm.
use those two attack forms to usually attack people. Then they'll tell you to download a particular application. Then they're able to do transactions on your on your device. So you anyone who has tried hacking before, you understand that whenever they tell you to download a particular application, it creates a backdoor inside your system, and this backdoor is used to 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 now leverage information inside your machine to perform other extra attacks on your machine. So yeah, that's basically how this Trojan is working.
Okay. Is it attacking or is it targeted to all any device, or does it specifically look at some types of devices? So
Well,
would it go for, would if you had an Apple phone, would you be vulnerable to something like that, or
yeah, well, it attacks all of them. This is how
okay,
good they are. So yeah, whether you're an Android phone or an Apple phone, no one
okay,
is safe.
yeah, no, that's okay. And how is the attack performed?
yeah, as I said before, it's more social engineering. So with social engineering, basically they use different social engineering methods of, maybe sending you an SMS telling you, you've won this, then click this and this and this, or an email, you know, achieve this, please go through this and this and this. So yeah, along the way, that's where they were able to actually access your banking details if you are able to install that application they've told you. So that's
Okay.
basically how they operate.
Okay. And you said it's a banking attack form of attack. Why is it considered a banking form of attack?
Well, when it comes to hacking, definitely there is what they talk about concerning like the benefit of you attacking someone, the cost benefit. So most of the time, you find that most of the attacks usually rotate around things where there's money, and
Mhm.
you know, if you know, you know. So everyone
Yes.
knows that there is money inside most of the banking applications. So
Yeah.
sometimes you find that people have very weak credentials concerning that, or these are the, because sometimes you don't necessarily need to affect the bank application. You have to first affect the person, then you affect the bank application. So you first attack the person who owns the banking application, then you attack the banking application. So so sure rotates around banks. And if you notice now with the advent of fintechs, as you know, since you're a board member, uh, you understand the the aspect of trying to transition banking to make it more flexible for people to be able to access them through these financial technology systems. So yeah, you find that it is really key to to it is actually more profitable for them to attack such systems compared to going to any other. Somewhere
Yeah.
else, the way you find that for crypto, people are also attacking such because you find there's a lot of money there and it's very hard. It's not impossible for them to be tracked, but yes, it is a very, lucrative business. So
Yeah.
you go where the money is, I guess, what
Yes,
you
of course. And recently we've had a spate of attacks on telcos and banking in Uganda, especially through mobile money. I think you I don't know if you follow that story, but definitely those are very vulnerable because it's about, as you said, it's about attacking where there is money. Um, it's unfortunate that the fraud is considered an industry on its own because it's people run fraud like a business, run it. They make money, they recruit people into the thing, and they're very smart. They keep up with technology, and they're almost always outpacing when they attack and succeed is because they've outpaced the victims.
Yes,
So
they always
yeah,
say that they only require one time. So no one mistake you make that will affect the whole system. And then when they tell you, you feel it badly compared to them because them will take years, years or months to craft something. But it's only one incident which may lead to them actually doing a full-blown attack. So just someone randomly clicking on a link randomly in your organization will just lead to them opening up the banks and all that. So yeah, that's another thing to consider.
um, preventive measures that
Well,
we can put in place.
those who know me know that I usually use Bitdefender a lot. It's an antivirus, and I think they came up with a new feature where for emails they will show you if you tagged it to your email, they show you emails which are suspicious and those which aren't. So they will color code them. So red definitely means it is bad, green meaning It's good. So yeah, they color code it, which is really a nice thing they did. And then there's also this aspect of also ensuring that when you receive random SMSs, I believe also Google has done a good job to the point that most of the times if you receive some spam ones, they usually block them. And also with my vendor, is the Bitdefender, works both as an intrusion detection system and an intrusion prevention system. So basically, when an attack happens, they protect me against it. So yeah, it's very effective for both that. So when they send me some suspicious uh, message on on any chat platform, it usually flags it also. So yeah, it really helps. And the
Does it
package I
flag?
got,
Does it flag SMSs as well?
yeah, it also flags the services.
Okay.
So and the package I got, find that it's a family package, which I believe everyone can actually get it. So it's actually relatively cheap when it comes to it. Goes around $15, and there currently it's 10 devices. It also comes with VPN and also a password manager inside it. Definitely, I don't use the password manager, but I use both the VPN aspect of it and also the antivirus part of it. So
Okay. Well, that's
hmm,
good. So yeah, just for viewers and listeners, the the references to what we're talking about are all in the show notes.
yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for that. So when now onto the new form of attacking people's homes. Can you tell us about Wi-Fi jammers that are being used to perform these attacks?
So now what a Wi-Fi jammer is, first of all, is a device which can be used to block Wi-Fi from being accessed from a particular device. So if they put a Wi-Fi jammer like here, meaning if I'm using Wi-Fi hotspot to actually conduct this program, meaning that you won't be able to, it will block my traffic from actually being used, meaning that I won't be able to actually access this. That's how a Wi-Fi jammer works. So now imagine that, because now most of the times you find CCTV cameras are connected through, you know, Wi-Fi. So what happens is they're able to, you know, use that Wi-Fi jammer to block the, the, the CCTV cameras from sending information to you. Because remember, you're supposed to, this has to be live and online. So if you're not online, meaning you won't be able to see the person who has actually performed this. But currently, you find that now with Wi-Fi jammers, like in the US, where the story was told, you find they usually have a ban for such devices, but people still get them through Alibaba, maybe one of, I don't know, but get them through some of those other Chinese companies bring them. So
Okay. So yeah, so there's a you see the picture of it of the in the art in the link that we provided. There's a picture of what a Wi-Fi jammer looks like. It's but it's a mobile device. So I
yeah,
imagine it puts out signals which block the Wi-Fi signal,
yeah,
and then the camera goes offline.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, and from the article it says that once you block the cameras, then you can go inside um, the person's home and steal. But I guess it's still breaking in, isn't it?
yeah,
It's
break
not
it.
that you still have to break in, but there's no evidence of a camera. I mean
Yeah,
the camera can't work because you blocked the signals, the Wi-Fi signals. Okay, that's
Remember,
good.
cameras is more of a detective method.
Yeah,
If so, meaning that you only detect and it won't, perform a preventative method of stopping someone from attacking. Maybe
yeah,
if you're also thinking about it as a preventive method, that when someone sees a camera, they are less prone to actually, you know, stealing
mm-hmm.
something.
Mm,
But most of the time, it works most as a detective
yeah,
control.
mm,
So it doesn't stop the thief from actually stealing; it just sees the person stealing. Uh,
mm. But I guess you also have those cameras which once if they're able to feed back the image to the owner,
yeah,
they're those
that's like
devices
those
where you
of
can actually shout or something, tell the
ah,
person, "What are you doing?"
yes, they do that, but still,
Yeah,
like it's still doing the same role as a detective device. So
yeah.
it sends you a message, someone that maybe, appeared in the face of the camera, maybe if it has sensors, then you're now able to now, start talking on the stuff. But it doesn't, even if you talk like that, if the person still wants to steal, will steal, especially if it's
Well,
not being
if
visible.
if he doesn't know where the voice is coming from, maybe he won't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So in this case, what are the mitigation strategies?
well, the best option would be is you make it fully the backbone of your Wi-Fi, your cameras to be fully hardwired, meaning you're using wires, maybe Ethernet to connect them directly instead of using what? Using Wi-Fi for
Yeah.
connecting them. So meaning that even if that happens, is you're still safe
Yeah.
of using the Wi-Fi camera.
Yeah. I mean, it's just amazing how these thieves and things are
But
just
becoming creative.
they're very creative, um, and they use technology to beat technology, which is quite worrying.
But
Okay,
the
so
other aspect about it is whenever such things happen, usually forces us to be also more creative. So I think the more they evolve is the more we evolve. So, but most of the times we're usually playing catch up with them.
yes,
So yeah, that's the only disadvantage. But when it comes to the security aspect, find that the more they attack you, the better it becomes. That's why it's sometimes weird for people to leave a bank after it's being attacked.
mm-hmm.
Because you find that maybe they have even possible mitigation for it and they've already, solved the issue. But the fact that you're losing trust in the brand,
Yeah,
meaning it's very hard for you to, continue doing business. Forgetting that everyone is attacked just
yeah,
because sometimes people don't document it. Attacks happen to everyone. So we just
yeah,
have to find a way of, moving forward
yeah,
regardless of such situation.
yeah.
Because, like if another story which I didn't add to this was one for Microsoft. Microsoft always has Patch Tuesday, which is, I believe, the second week of every month.
Mm-hmm.
So every Tuesday, they usually have what they call Patch Tuesday. Patch Tuesday is basically uh, vulnerabilities are found during the month. They compile them and test and, you know, create patches for them and then release them during Patch Tuesday. So, so with Patch Tuesday, they will tell you different, vulnerabilities they were having, what, and this is the ones they're supposed to sort out. So there are several of them. I believe there were like 19, if I'm
Mm.
not mistaken.
Okay.
So that shows you that if a company like Microsoft is having those type of vulnerabilities, the banks are also not the same, not that different. Like find that they also have theirs. So it's just about, finding proper ways of mitigating them and yeah, everyone has vulnerabilities. You just have to find ways of mitigating them. So, and to avoid people from actually accessing them. So yeah, it's key for people not to just lose hope in a brand just because of an attack. Attacks happen to everyone. I'm also
Yeah,
prone to it. So you just have
yeah.
to find ways of, reducing the effect of it. And
I
when
think,
it
yeah,
happens, when it happens, it also helps, with cybersecurity. Many of them, when such a thing happens, that's when they start taking cybersecurity very serious.
yeah,
That's when you tell them, yeah, we have this thing, they'll just be like, bring, we'll sign off on it. So yeah,
yeah. But I think it's very important that you also know how to check for those vulnerabilities, because a lot of people of organizations live in the misconception that where they don't know what the vulnerabilities are, and they've never had them checked, so they're living in ignorance of the fact that they're vulnerable to attacks. So yeah, so patching is a really important aspect of making sure of staying safe. Um,
yeah. Speaking of that also, I don't know, sorry for cutting you short. We had a conversation yesterday with Michael Ratemo, as part of the cybersecurity impact interview.
okay,
So Michael Ratemo works in the US, is one of the cybersecurity people there, and he has uh, a LinkedIn learning platform and all that. He has like 2 courses on LinkedIn. He also published a book. So I know along the lines of auditing and also IT cloud and all that. So I was talking about this also, that you find that sometimes, like if you find in the case of a 0-day attack, you could also isolate your network, which you find that it is vulnerable. So you could choose to isolate it in a way that people from the outside cannot be able to access it. Then also
yeah,
the other aspect of it is constant monitoring of that asset which you find which is prone to this particular vulnerability to ensure that when such an attack happens, you have the necessary tools or necessary orientation, like you're ready for it when it actually happens. So
yeah.
that's a good guy. I think I should bring him on one of these days, or for Isaka, because he was talking, and he's a Kenyan, by the way.
It's
So
called Michael.
Ratemo.
Can you spell Ratemo?
Uh, First of all, this Michael is Michael,
That's a traditional Michael. Yeah.
the traditional
Yes.
Ratemo,
Ratemo.
Ratemo.
TEMO. Ratemo. Okay, that's good to know. And
The
it's a good
traditional
reminder
Michael is
about,
Hael.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's just been corrupted along the way. As those of us, older people, that is the correct spelling.
But hold on, yeah, the people who had kids around this millennial, man, this
Yeah, now
millennium.
they've misinterpreted the original.
Ah, okay.
Yes, it's Michael. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay, that's interesting. I actually reminds me about I actually joined Cybersty, but I haven't done much with it. So it's a reminder for me that I need to start, following webinars and seeing how I can benefit from being a member. So
Oh,
thank you for that. All right. So next, the last part of our discussion is around DuckDuckGo. Can you tell us what DuckDuckGo is?
so for our listeners who never used DuckDuckGo before, DuckDuckGo is basically Google. If you know what Google does, DuckDuckGo does. But the only difference is with the DuckDuckGo, there's less tracking of you. So meaning that whatever you do online is not tracked, but it works the same way as Google works. Definitely, it doesn't have so many features like the way Google has, but basically that's how DuckDuckGo works.
Okay.
So you want to search, it does the searching. You want to do, yeah. But the only
It's
difference is it doesn't track you. And people who know me and who have spent time with me know that I usually use DuckDuckGo a lot in terms of
yeah.
searching, and most of my browsers usually have DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, it's interesting. I also have it.
Ah,
I
really?
also yeah, yeah. It's been sitting on my I've used it for a couple of years now, maybe. So it's always sitting there. You see the duck sign. So it's a good thing to have. Um, so you say you say it has end-to-end encryption.
Yeah, now
Can you
they've
tell us
introduced,
a
they've
little bit
introduced,
more about it?
yeah, they've introduced this feature of end-to-end encryption, basically to provide a way of backing up your information, meaning with this new feature, you're able to scan and then you're able to, share your information to another device using a QR code. So that's basically how they've introduced it. Because remember, the whole aspect of, ensuring that your information is not shared, or so they try to avoid situations where you're supposed to share information with them or anyone else. So that is that is how they have been able to achieve that.
Okay. And that means you can sync the information across devices as well, right?
Yeah, meaning
Yeah,
but
safely. Yeah. Okay. And what I think you probably talked about the benefits, but can you tell us about other benefits?
yeah, well, with DuckDuckGo, apart from the browsing benefits where they are not tracked by maybe advertising and all that, uh, and they also have this one I use it a lot, especially right now where I'm lecturing. So I find that uh, I can use it to create proxy emails. What proxy emails are basically is when they're sending you an email, it passes through their servers, then it comes to you. So you can give them dummy emails. Someone, you give them a dummy email, but it redirects to your actual email. So I use that a lot when it comes to my lectures and all that. So I give them a dummy email. So then on on my email, I'll just create like a filter and I group them into one. So whenever they send me email, everything from that very email just comes directly to this section. So it's a good feature. And if you don't want to share your email to someone and you're not certain of the person, you can give them that dummy email and it will be able to work fine. So that is one thing I liked about DuckDuckGo. This feature actually came out some time back, but when I began using it, I really enjoyed it. So it's one of those things I usually use a lot of. So that's one feature I use a lot of in terms of DuckDuckGo. Apart from the browsing aspect, that's the second feature I use the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And DuckDuckGo is I use it as an add-on um,
Mm,
in Chrome.
yeah.
Uh, for users, how would they access it, or how could they use it? How else could they use it? Do
Well,
you have to download it? Sorry, how else would they install it?
yeah, on your phones, definitely you need to download the application from the respective Play uh, stores. And then when it comes to your laptop, I believe now they have a application on the desktop, but also another option you could use is just creating like what you talked about, the add-on. So with the add-on, you're able to use it on a different browser, like maybe Microsoft Edge, Chrome, or
I
any
use it
other
on
browser.
I use it on Chrome.
Yeah.
Mm.
So any other browser to be able to access it. So yeah, depending on which browser you're having, you can be able to access it using the add extension. And by the way, did you put add extension for Bitdefender on your device?
No.
Okay, but it also has that option. So yeah.
How does that option? What does that option do?
I'll show you a demo at the end of this, but basically the whole aspect of it is you just, instead of typing in like the password or copying the password, you just right click, use Bitword, and then choose that particular credential you want, and it automatically places it there.
Okay, I'll review it. I know why the reason I installed it was I didn't want my web what I was doing on the web to be tracked. I think that was the reason, but I think I'll definitely delve into the features a little bit more and see how I can use more of the features.
Yeah, I was talking about Bitword and the password manager I talked about last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think we've come to the end. I don't know whether you have something else some parting shots that you want to give us.
So now when it comes to securing yourself, stay up to date, watch us more. Yeah, we always have a lot of information in stock. So yeah, watch us more, then you will learn a lot along the way, and we'll be bringing more people come on. So yeah, just stay tuned. Plus also the other platforms. If you notice, like the links we usually send for these different articles, you can just be following those stories. Hacker News, Bleeping Computer, those different sites. They usually share a lot of information. I noticed Bleeping Computer shares more information compared to like the Hacker News. So or dark reading. So yeah, those platforms are really key. So if you want to stay up to date with information, just use those very links. So, or just type Bleeping Computers or the Hacker News. And then you'll be able to access.
I think the articles have links to the base, been got from that. But yeah, so
Yeah.
Bleeping Computer, Hacker News. What was the other one?
There's also the dark reading. The minute, but yeah.
But your top three.
My top three would be Bleeping Computers, the Hacker News. There's another one. I have a list which I usually use for coming up with these stories for the podcast. So
I think just for our viewers' reference, if you could just put those three in the
so dark reading,
notes,
the Hacker News,
the show notes, yeah.
Group IB is also a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's why I said top
I won't
three.
share a lot of the secret sauce.
Yeah, just the top three. It's good.
Yeah.
Good for people to reference that. Okay. All right. So thank you very much. I think this has been very interesting. At least I've learned a lot today. So, and thanks for sharing that your knowledge.
You're welcome.
Okay. And with that, we're done.